Last week, CREA, which is the CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, came out with their vital quarterly report, which said that we can expect a robust rebound of home buying in Canada based on lower interest rates and pent up demand, and that there's absolutely going to be a estimated increase in national home values of 4.7% in 2025. What? Like, what in the world? I mean, oh my God, look, I get it. It's association of salespeople. I mean, they represent all the real estate boards across Canada, the provincial associations. It's an association for real estate salespeople. That's the essence of what it is. And of course, any association for real estate people has a very strong tendency to say things that are of benefit to real estate salespeople. I mean, that's reasonable, right? Like if there was a used car salesperson association, you would expect that organization to constantly say, you can trust used car salespeople. Total trust. Whatever they say, you should believe it. They're all very honest. You can't really blame that used car salesperson association, can you, if they said that? But the trouble is with CREA, the Real Estate Association, they get the news covers it. Like mainstream media, old media covers it a lot, and those reports go out. So if you're just you're just a young couple who has been thinking about buying a home, you're sitting around your kitchen table and you're thinking, well, look at that. Look at that. Home sales are going to really heat up and the prices are going to go up 4.7%. If we buy today, the house will be worth 4.7 more 12 months from now. That's great. But it's wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what's going to happen in any way. And by the way, there's no refunds from the Canadian Real Estate Association if they're way, way off on that estimate. So, and again, I'm not mad at them, but I have to start asking the question, why are you publishing this stuff? It's completely a guess. Oh, and most interestingly of all, they said, yeah, I know Trump's tariffs might start today, but we're not thinking about that at all. That's not in our calculation. What? What? Shouldn't that be something that you say in your report? Or just say, we can't possibly guess what's going to happen in Canadian real estate for the next 12 months because the situation in the U.S. trade space is so volatile, so dangerous that we can't possibly guess what's going to go on in the Canadian real estate space, price of homes, number of homes sold. We can't guess any of those things until we know about that. So we're just going to postpone our report. But they don't do that at all. They just say, hey, no, there'll be another report in April, and by then we'll know what's going on with tariffs, and we'll let you know then. So what? No, that doesn't make sense. Look, it's a report for across Canada. So in theory, it's saying that right across Canada, there will be price growth of 4.7% in all residential real estate. Now that covers a lot of provinces, and that covers a lot of cities, and that covers a lot of products. Some of it's single family, some of it's townhouses, some of it's high-rise condominiums. That's what they cover. And look, there's obviously going to be some severe problems in high-rise condominiums in the 416 and probably a lot of parts of Southern Ontario. May even be a bit of struggle in some parts of Vancouver. There's quite a possibility some of those prices will go down over the course of 2025. They even talked about that. They even talked about there was uncertainty in the condo market, but that single family homes, and they were definitely going to come through. Look, I don't want to make that argument about the single family homes, but I do want to say quite clearly, if there's enough trouble in the condo market in Vancouver, and uncertain yet, but maybe in the Lower Mainland, if there's enough trouble, those negative numbers will pull the average down. That's just reality. You can't escape that. So if you're saying that it's a national average, you're actually guessing that some regions will go up more than 4.7%. So what does that mean? Does that mean that Alberta's going to go up 10%? Well, that's a pretty aggressive number. Is Quebec and Montreal, is all of Quebec, are they going to go up 8 or 9% to try to offset some of these other issues in other provinces and other regions? Is that what they're really saying? But the way that it's presented is that across Canada, there's going to be a 4.7% increase in the average price of homes. So if that's really, really untrue, if that's not correct at all, you're telling people who may not be sophisticated, who may have never seen this video, who may have never looked at any other kinds of avenues of information except what they're seeing. They're listening to it and saying, well, I guess it's a sure thing. We got to buy in January, and then a year from now, it'll be worth 4.7% more, which is thousands and thousands of dollars of increase. Yeah, okay, so maybe it's time not to give these detailed estimates, or maybe it's time at least to put big trigger warnings on them, like Trump tariffs, this is wrong. Put that on the front of the presentation. Please, look, now is not the time to be pushing people to buy real estate with false guarantees. The Trump effect is coming. Something's going to happen. Let's wait and see.